What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We are back with another video. This video is under the Fair Use Act, and the Fair Use Act is in the description box of the video as well as the About Me section of the platform. The Fair Use Act is used to educate you guys on what we are covering on this particular platform. Please keep in mind that this video, all my videos are allegedly as well as educational purposes only. Well, y'all. This whole video is allegedly, but I'm telling you, you cannot make this up. We got JADIYN explaining why she aborted the mission. We got Nevaeh showing up, crashing out, and another alleged baby daddy. We got Blueface on Jason Lee calling himself exposing Chrisean, and Karlissa reacting to the mess, as well as Chrisean. And where do we start, guys? We're going to start with Jay. I think Jay is, and I'm gonna be honest, I think Jay is funny because Jay, at the end of the day, she knows like where it all started, and she knows that God forbid where it's gonna end. Like she's gonna help Blueface out no matter what, no matter how much in debt he is, no matter what he got. At the end of the day, that's her kid's father, and that's her best friend from her childhood. No matter how anybody wanna looks at how he did her wrong, he did her dirty, he did this, he did that, right? And from the looks of things, all the things that Blue has done to JADIYN, she still has been able to keep going to build, right? To be able to make her own money, and he did teach her that. And Blueface is still mad that, okay, hard as we was, in for it for each other, you left me hanging. And it's like, yeah. Jay's like, well, what you think? So Blueface went forth to explain the real reason why he decided to like really mess with Rock heavy was because JADIYN, even after he decided to go back home, because we've been skipping over that a lot. He did deal with Rock, he went back, whatever, and he proposed to Jay. And at first everybody was saying he only did that to piss Rock off, whatever. But now Blueface comes out and he says, well, he proposed to Jay because he wanted more children, and Jay just wasn't going to have another baby out of wedlock. Which is no respect to her for realizing, like, I should be a wife. I shouldn't just be bearing people kids or just anyone kids. I should have a husband. So I'm not going to knock Jay for that. Jay says, hold it, bump your brakes, shorty. Jay said, hold up, shorty. First of all, what if I had done that? And then I would have stuck here with 3 kids while you would have been in there, and I'm out here trying to figure it out, can't go to work, can't make no money, having to take care of this 3rd child. And she was like, I would have been looking like a fool. Which I agree. I definitely agree. And so that is what it is. But he's mad because she didn't hold him down, even though they were friends from kids. Well, when you did what you did, you drew the line on a whole lot of stuff. Nevertheless, Blueface also spoke on Karlissa and how he doesn't bother her anymore. He doesn't talk to her on the phone like that anymore. He doesn't really personally share much with her because he feels like she uses him in order to stay above water or keep her clout up, even though he acknowledges and says that he understands what she has to do, to keep her bills paid, right? Karlissa said, I don't pay bills. Mr. Satterfield paid the bills. This is my change or whatever. Karlissa, shout out to her on her book, though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Blueface seemed to have all these issues with all these women, and he seemed not to be the problem. So with all that being said, they went into the whole thing with, is Blue the daddy, not the daddy, this, that, and the third. Blueface doing it was a storyline. The other person didn't fit the part or whatever the case, and I'm going to call a red flag on that because Blueface, you really should stop. This is my thing. No matter what we feel, no matter what we saw or think we saw, right? Only him, Chrisean, and Zeus know the real truth. I don't know no truth. I was not there. I don't know about no paperwork being made up or none of that. I've definitely seen things where people pulled up and these people never heard of this, never heard of that. We all seen certain things in real time. But I do feel like I would do a test. I wouldn't get on the internet. I don't have to do that. But me and him would definitely go down there and get this straightened out because you're not going to be doing the most. At the end of the day, The little one deserves the best just like everybody else. I'm not saying she don't have it to give to him. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I would never feel like a child should not have their parent, their mother or their father, because of the mishaps or because of the relationship status among each parent. No, even if we're not going to be together, the kids should still be acceptable to both parents, and that's my opinion. That's my opinion. Right now, Blueface, I think during that interview, and this is my opinion, I feel like Blueface was trying to bait Chrisean back to the circus. Blue, she too far gone. You don't let them people get her. You don't let them folks get her. She too far gone. I don't see it. I don't see her turning back like that, meaning give him full control. I don't see that happening. I'm not going to say they'll never be in the same room because anything is possible, especially when you allegedly have children by someone. In my opinion, everybody's different, and that's real. But I feel like he was trying to bait Chrisean to kind of crash out. And Chrisean, one thing about Chrisean, and I'm going to be honest, right? And this is to Chrisean, and I hope you do see this. A lot of people from day one have been and is still praying that one day God is going to do it for Junior. I feel he is. I've always felt that he would, right? I also feel like Chrisean is dealing with a lot. And just because she doesn't let us see that she feels responsible or holding herself responsible doesn't mean it's not happening when we're not looking. Doesn't mean she's not crying by herself and apologizing, right? But we also know repentance comes with changed behavior. Do Chrisean owe us to get on this internet and say, well, this is that, and no? But I do feel like a lot of us would be and feel be and a lot of us would be and will feel blessed to even witness him in some kind of therapy, even his first section, right? His first and his last. Okay, we started here and now this is the end result, right? I know I would love to see it. And I know Chrisean feels like people just want something to talk about. They just want to troll. People just want to know he's okay. And that's real. Do she owe us that? A lot of us feel like, well, I mean, you did let us see him come here. Like, we all, like, been here for 3 years, right? But that's up to her. Like I said, no one really knows behind the scenes what she's doing or doing to herself. We just don't know, right? I do feel like early in the game there was a lot of people that I feel like could have made a big impact, a positive impact with getting her to go the right way from the jump that didn't, right? Again, I just hope that she's doing what she needs to do. I feel like Blueface, if he's playing games, I feel like he's wrong. I feel like if he's playing games, he should be doing whatever he needs to do legally to get access to assure that things are being done properly, in my opinion. But I don't feel like what Blueface is doing is helping anything at all. Because wouldn't you be wanting to do something to try to get your way in so that you could see firsthand that things are being done that needed to be done for your child? So no, I don't agree with Blueface doing what he's doing, right? Hear me out. I don't agree with him doing things or handling things the way that he's handling it, because if he is, then it seems like he will be trying to build some kind of bond so that he can physically lay eyes to be assured that things are being done properly. And again, I'm not on nobody's side. I'm on the kid's side because I do want to see him prosper. I do. And he will. Now, when it comes to Nevaeh, I don't know who this third baby father is. I don't know who this third baby father is, y'all. But it looked like Nevaeh could have allegedly possibly been all over the place, and Karlissa is eating this up. Karlissa is eating this up, and it is funny because every time Blueface do something shady towards towards his mom, something crazy happens. Like something goes wrong with one of his baby mothers, or he gets some more information that's like just crazy. And so Karlissa is like, see, I told you. But the one thing also I want to be honest about, and this is the truth, no matter how anybody feel. When Blue went away, right? Had Karlissa not stayed on this internet, would Blue still have been in position other than to log on and just rebuild? Thank God for his friend that hooked him up, right? DDG or whatever the case. If I got it wrong, my apologies. But thank God for him showing up with the equipment and blessing Blue to put Blue in position to make his first few dollars since he been home, right? But I mean, let's be real. If it had not been for Karlissa and Papa Blue, who knows where the house would be? What the heck was going on? Who knows? There would have been a whole party over there. I'm just serious about it. That's the truth. And so I do feel like Blueface, I'm not saying he owes his mother anything or any thank you or anything like that. But at the end of the day, if she had not even stayed tied to him in this social media world, where would things be? Like, would he even still have his house? Like, I'm just saying. Anyway, what do y'all think about this whole situation? What you guys think about Blueface trying to bait Chrisean back to the circus? And what do you feel about Nevaeh and this other person coming forth and it's like, what? You was just over there crashing out, girl, and now somebody saying that you're doing the most? And do you guys think that Jay is right on the money by saying, well, if I had a third, how was I gonna feed all of us while you wasn't here? Anyway, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, love on those that love on you, and pray for the world. Peace.